Hey, welcome to ABA. This is our official, technically first episode, but slash second episode. The first one that was just us getting like it was on my other channel, but now we got our channel together to do a show. I am joined by Nikki Hughes, Janae Blanche.
Oh, I'm a fight you, play sing.
Hughes, think Langston. Just think Langston when it comes to me. Hughes.
and Maya Lamas. And so,
Lanice, Lord.
oh God. This is
He
why I
said,
like this because
what
it's
you
so
fuck today?
unedited and so we can just be ourselves. I will get the
Yeah.
last names correct. Go ahead and introduce yourselves as well. I'll start with Nikki first.
Nikki Hughes. Love to be. I'm so proud to just even be a part of this. Like I said last week, all of my favorite creators in just one place. And I just really can't wait to take this to the next level.
All right, and then we'll go with Maya.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Maya Lamise. I am so excited for this podcast. Y'all is about to get a mouthful of we about to spin y'all head round and around and around. I hope y'all ready for this. I hope y'all.
And last but not least, Janine.
Good morning, everybody. It's Janine, aka Boss Up and Get It Now on all platforms. I'm so excited to be doing this right now. We got an amazing, amazing crew. Happy. Just stay tuned because we about to rock y'all shit.
All right, well, let's jump right into the videos. Oh, snap. Uh, Hold on. Where is this at? 1 second. Is it sharing?
No, I
I
just
it,
see the
it prompted, but nothing came up.
yeah, it prompted but nothing came up. I just see us, but not your screens.
Okay. See
Now
it.
it says sharing now.
All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and jump into the first video.
This video out of Kansas City, Missouri, where white nationalists, Patriot Front, are marching down the street and they are confronted by local residents. Listen to this. Talking a bit on women's party. Over, bro. Why you decided to Hey, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Please don't. Yeah, what's your name, bud? Thomas Reiner, go. Thanks, Thomas. I bet you're trying to get famous with Trump for this. What? You gonna run for office now? What? You gonna run for office now? Hey, are you from here? Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? I gotta deal with the whole country here. That's how many it takes to get a couple hundred? The whole country. I don't see anything that's embarrassing. Hey, have fun, that black guy. First of all, thank you to the people of Kansas City who stood up to this. Because the police didn't do anything. They saw this and made no stops and no arrests. Now, this was all led by the guy you saw in the video, Thomas Rousseau. He gave a speech in front of the World War I Museum where he talked about how the United States is a white nation made for white people and they need to reclaim America. And these people are serious, especially under this administration. Those people have a training center in Tennessee. They train people on how to use weapons and hand-to-hand combat. That's how he was able to get 100 people from across the country. These are all people who wholeheartedly believe in the white supremacist ideology, and they're getting ready to take it further, especially under this administration. And as always, please consider supporting me on here so I can continue bringing you these news stories. Did you see this video?
So what do y'all think about that?
That
Fuck
just
them
pissed me
honkies.
off a little bit, but it didn't because I've been reporting on this shit and nobody took me the fuck serious when I've been saying this. I've been reporting on the fact that they have an entire compound in Tennessee where they're training. These fools have dad hats, bulletproof dad hats. Like they have shields, they have all of these things. They are preparing to go to war with us. And people just sitting around like, no, that's not really happening. It's fucking happening, and the police letting it happen. Everybody's letting this shit happen and they think this shit is cool and it's not. These people are literally preparing daily to go to war with us.
Fourth co-host, fifth. um, I I went back to what I said last week. There, like the main guy wasn't but the rest of them were, because if they weren't, they wouldn't have the mask on. Also, when I see these things, look at where they always are. I always say, because I'm born and raised in the hood, still live here. The hood is the safest place to be. Because I don't give a fuck how much training you doing. You're not bringing your ass to a black ass neighborhood.
Sure
You're
is.
not doing it.
Nope.
They're doing that shit in broad daylight, where white people are around and where they feel safe and comfortable. They're never going to come to where we are with that bullshit. Because I don't give a fuck, bulletproof or not. You're not gonna come in the neighborhood with your face covered up in a place where we don't know you. Because the clock start ticking to the amount of time you got to get the fuck out before you get hurt.
Look
And the
what look
fact
what
that
happened in Cleveland when they tried that shit.
exactly,
Yeah.
they're not they can prepare all they want, because this is the thing, this is why they have, look at why they need guns, look at why they have to, you have to ask yourself, why do you need to do all this preparation, why do you need to do all of this to fight black people? It's because you're afraid of the retribution. Our freedom was their greatest fear realized, because now they looking over their shoulder every single day because they waiting on the retribution, and they have to prepare to fight us. We don't have to prepare to fight them. We got 400 years worth of phase to give out. We ready.
Sure do.
I feel
You-
like, you say, you said nobody's doing anything about Hispanic. That's because
Nope.
they are the police. They are the FBI. They are the government. These people, why do you think they're wearing masks? We know exactly who they are. But here's the thing. And this is what I keep telling people. Um, and I keep telling my black people, they think that just because they have a felony in their background, they are unable to own arms legally. That is not true. Check your state, check the statute of the felony. You can get it expunged, you can get it removed, and you can fight your way back to being able to own arms legally. I know because I'm a felon. I lived a completely different life before I got my shit together. You need we need to prepare, um not in the way that they do, because of course they have to train. They're genetically inferior, always have been. And that's the answer to the question why they need guns. You can never one-on-one, and they know it, and that's why they do these this sneak shit. And Nikki, that's what, like you said, that's why they stay in cities and states where they know they're safe. And we kind of touched on something like this last week when the question was brought up, why do they keep doing it? Because they are not getting knocked the fuck out when they do it. And
Yep.
one thing is for certain, two things for sure. Yeah, those white people was, talking their shit and trying to run them off, but they are never ever, they've not been oppressed enough. They're not angry enough. They don't have that 400 or 500 years of anger in their spirits to run up and knock them the fuck out. And they are more afraid of what they're going to lose. So we can't count on them to do anything. Right
Yep.
now, they're trying to kick off a U-Haul boycott. For what? Nowhere on the U-Haul application does it say, are you a white supremacist before you can rent a truck? They can't determine who is renting their trucks. Come on now. That'd be like me selling a pair of used shoes. And then I'm so concerned about who's going to buy them. Anybody can get it. But we as the people need to understand that this is real. The NBPP is always recruiting. The NFAC is always recruiting in every city, in every state. We need to be just as prepared, because the fact of the matter is they are not going to come out in a full-blown attack. It is going to be sneak. All these truck drivers, black truck drivers coming up missing, these black kids coming up missing,
yeah.
and we better wake the fuck up. These aren't just things that are happening. These are sneak attacks because they don't have the balls to do it head on. Stop thinking that any of these people are your friends. Period.
No,
Listen, I'm learning that low key, and I was waiting for today to talk about this, right? I know it's a little off subject, but it's not. Yesterday, I took my kids to a pool party, and we live in the South. And most of the kids that my daughter go to school with is white, right? So we had this
Mhm.
pool party, and my kids, of course, I'm black. I meet the regular black criteria. I can't swim, okay? I can't. That's just a thing I never learned. My husband can swim, but he wasn't there. My kids was there. We didn't get them lessons. They 7 and 4. They ain't had lessons yet. So I'm telling them like stay on the, on the low side. Why this man when we first walked in, the couple whose house it was at, he was looking at like it was him and three other dudes at the table, and they were just looking at me like, "Why is she here? Why is she here?" And every time they looked at me, I looked at them because what are y'all? What are we looking at? So then the man of the house finally came and said something to me like, are you okay? Do you need anything? I'm like, yeah, my daughter go to school with your daughter, and we were invited here. He's like, oh, okay, well the drinks are over here. Da, 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 da. So I'm watching my kids like a hawk, and he hear me tell his wife like, they can't swim, so I want to keep them on the shallow side. And my daughter's afraid of dogs, so if y'all have a dog, she was like, yeah, the dog is put up. Da da da. Why this man get in the damn pool? Take the damn because they had an 8-foot pool. It went from 3 feet to an 8 feet drop. Why he went and took the damn ring off that separated the drop of the pool? I said, this man he don't think I see the little slick shit you doing. If I tell you my kids can't swim, why would you separate the median that will show them not to go that fucking far? Then he goes and go get the damn dog, have the dog on the leash, walking the dog around the yard. Why the fuck would you do that when you have children here that are afraid of dogs? And I'm let that be known. Like that. So when you just said stop thinking these people your friends, that instantly clicked with me like yesterday because I was like, my daughter probably don't need to come to no more of these damn parties.
Nope.
Hell no.
I'm trying to be
Nope.
nice though because they are her friends and she want to, she go to school with these kids. But I really got to take a step back. Like, look, we shouldn't be in these spaces, no matter if we invited or not. I don't need to go to parties.
Yeah, I
Look how
remember.
many of us have ended up dead or gone missing
Yeah,
because they thought these people, the black guy who went hiking, the only black lady at that all white sleepover, the black
yeah,
boy that
Yep.
went over his friend's house and ended up dead in the attic. They are not our friend. My friend, one of my closest friends is white, and she know I don't trust her. If they ever say to me, "Let's go hiking," bitch, I'm blowing your house up. I'm blowing your spot up because you want some. I
Like,
don't
don't ask
care.
us to do shit you know we don't fucking do. Cause
Come
that
on,
that right there
man.
is the red flag. If you ask us to do some shit, you know, we don't get down like that. It's a game I don't play. Like my daughter, she's in college, and she takes advantage of all of so she goes to PWI, and she takes advantage of all the stuff there. And she's gone swim, trying to learn how to do swimming. Not she's not fully able yet, but she tried it. She's tried ice skating or whatever. And one day she told me, she was like, I didn't want to tell you, mommy, but I going horseback riding. I was like, excuse me. I was like, what, you want some Christopher Reeve shit? No. I was like, she was like, mommy. I said, listen, is the white people with the horse, they're gonna be holding the horse, like guiding the horse while you on it? She was like, yes, mommy. I'm like, all right, don't make me get on no plane and have to fuck
But you know
somebody
what?
up.
The thing about that is that our children should not be denied or deprived these experiences. But we need to be proactive. There are plenty of black ranches. There are
Yeah.
plenty of black people that offer the exact same resources. We need to keep our kids safe because
Yes.
they're not coming up. They not coming after big 6'7" muscle bound who can knock a nigga out from 3 feet away. They're not
Yeah.
coming after him. They're
Yeah.
coming after the women. They're coming after the children. They're coming after the black men who think this is their friend group. These are their peers. So, we need let our children have these experiences. They have every right. And that's the problem. Our children do have for so long, and even now, have been deprived of a good old fashioned childhood. And
Yeah.
it's even worse now because you know we want to keep them safe, we want to keep them close, and then you got some of us who think because they smile in the face of our friends. No, our children deserve their childhood as much as anybody else's, but we have to be proactive, we have to be on board, we have to be right next to them, we have to make sure that the environment is a black safe friendly environment. I don't trust none of them. The
Nope.
the Latinos and Hispanics who claim white. I don't trust none of them.
you
My
know,
child will
black, you
never be
Dominican.
alone.
Yeah, I know, I
Dominicans,
know, I know.
Cubans,
Black,
oh
I
never.
Dominican. Like, get the fuck out of here. When
Get
when
the
uh,
fuck
when ICE
out.
roll up, they ain't making that fucking distinction. When the Klan roll up, they ain't making that fucking
So
distinction.
wait.
Okay,
And they
like
not.
you're not. So when you say that bullshit to me, and mind you, I live in Trump Town. I live in the Miami version of fucking Cuba. So I know how these people feel. I have been pulled over by these fucking Latino police officers and showed them my address. which is in my neighborhood. Oh, is this your life? No, I just put somebody else's fucking address on there. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I've had that shit happen to
You
me.
in the Iowa boat?
Yeah,
Donald Trump.
literally, we have Donald J. Trump Avenue. No bullshit.
Girl, I know you lying.
No, no, I am in higher fucking Leah. This is the Miami version of Cuba. And when I go, you see the fucking Trump. They got the American flag, and then they got the fucking Trump flag. And I be thinking to myself, this man don't give a fuck about y'all, but go off.
Supporting
But
y'all,
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
I
So
would
they
never
got
walk around without a thing. I promise
they
you, 2 or 3 of them.
they
Oh,
they even had during the election because my daughter went out. She was out there and she couldn't believe it because she sent me a picture. They had, and it was Hispanic, a whole ass Trump store where they was selling nothing but
Wow.
Trump stuff. And they've
I seen
named
that
Donald J.
online.
Trump Avenue. It's literally as you're entering Hialeah. Like it literally the main street, and they did it on another street too. And it's just like this man is deporting y'all. Like he don't care. But the way y'all go up for him, okay. Yeah, so I've been in this neighborhood for like 10 years. I live in a mini section that's black, but there's still like the surrounding area is literally once I hit a certain corner, that's
Right.
it. Like it's complete. It's Spanish and it's Trump. Like they every almost every other street you go on, you see the flag, you see the Trump flags, the banners, all that type of shit, and it's just like, damn, like,
Since the deportations, have they still been, showing those flags around their houses?
oh they still got them up. They don't think
Ain't
again.
rolled down that
These
street yet.
these Cubans have the mentality that because the way they got here, there's no going back for them. And I think a lot of them are scared, but they still anti-black as fuck in my comments because that makes them feel better.
Mhm.
And me personally, fuck you and Abuela too. Don't give a fuck. Cause they ain't coming for me. Like the name I got, I ain't gotta worry about nobody knocking on my door. Now they knock on my door, it ain't gonna turn out how the fuck they think it is. But I don't worry about that. So it's like go ahead and be mad. But when he said I'm deporting 500,000 and y'all are included in that shit, yeah, they been real quiet because I ain't heard from them in my comments for a while. So being me, I might have to wake some shit up.
And
Yep.
since we're talking about knocking people the F out, let me show you this video.
Come on now. That's what I'm talking about.
Whoop that trick, get her. Whoop that
That
trick.
trick beat Becky's ass.
I
No,
told
don't hold
you
that
they
bitch
gonna get
back.
popped in the
Beat
mouth
whoop
now.
that ass. Look at her. Oh, bad body bitch.
Put that down. Hit her again.
That's it. Better take your ass back to fucking Mayberry with that
Please fling
bullshit.
this bitch on the ground. I need to see this bitch on her
Sing
back.
her into her granny. Knock both of their ass over.
Look at Granny. She's smart enough not to come from behind that big Alabama brick wall built bitch.
That's the problem. They feel so comfortable putting their hands up there
Mm-hmm.
and thinking it's
Mm-hmm.
like 1960s, 1950s. I'm like, no, we're not in the past.
And this right
No.
here is the perfect example. Put that camera down and start knocking their asses out.
There you go. That's it. Cause the minute I'm not doing this shit for clout. I don't give a fuck. Put that camera down. I'm whooping your ass. Because you know what? People gonna forget about that video. You ain't gonna forget that I knocked you the fuck out. That's gonna stay with
Exactly.
you forever. The
Well, I'm gonna
video
say
Exactly.
can
this
fade.
because I do well, we all do content. I'm gonna set the camera up and I'm gonna beat your ass all
That
that.
part. That
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
part.
Now
set it up
that's
and
no
I'm gonna
problem. But get to it. But I
Because now I
hate
got to
seeing
make an example out of you, and the
you.
world got to see that this ain't 1865 hold. Y'all catching these hands.
Exactly, because I hate to see when black people are like trying to not reason with them, but they're recording it. Because I saw it was this old white man and it was a young black woman, and he literally was approaching her. He said, "Why are you doing? You doing too much talking." if you don't kick that motherfucker in his kneecaps and end his fucking day, I
But
don't know what
see,
the fuck you
until
doing. Cause you wasting time. I want you to put the camera down. When they come into your personal space, if they talking shit from afar, talk shit back. But the minute they start approaching you and your
Oh,
personal
babe,
property,
you're not finna get in my space
no.
and think that your head is not finna be rolling down the street. It just ain't
Exactly.
happening.
That's not. I don't give a fuck if that man was old. He felt comfortable enough to come up to you. You better knock him the fuck out. Ain't no respect, no elder shit. Nah. You want to come up? You want to act tough? You gonna take this ass whooping, and I don't want no fucking hard feelings, cause you're not gonna come in my personal space with no bullshit and think I'm not gonna do whatever possible I need to do to fuck you up. Like, just stop trying to reason with them. Stop trying to put them on blast, because clearly they don't give a fuck. They're under an administration that is making this shit acceptable. So they don't care. It's not like before where they knew there's still consequences, but I mean, like, they're not worried about their job anymore. They're not
No.
worried about that type of shit because Trump is getting rid of the EEOC. They're getting rid of all of these avenues for us to report you and get your job taken. Now, some companies will care, especially seeing how we operate with our wallets with Target. They're gonna care, but they're white. They're gonna find another job. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So they're no longer concerned with their livelihood. They're no longer concerned with their identities being concealed, because they feel like, hey, I'm under a president that's gonna protect me harassing black people. And they have that mindset. So it's like, no, that's when they say put the phone down or set it up, but get to whooping that ass. Get to knocking them the fuck out. Because once you start
And I
knocking them the
think
fuck out, that's
it's
it.
going to change. I think,
but here's
you still have a large majority of us that because of because historically we, no matter what, we're wrong. We're in prison, we're put in jail. So you have a lot of us that are historically traumatized and afraid to, because they know that they'll be the one to end up in jail, and it never works out, it never this. But here's the thing about that, it's never the person that's afraid to take a stand that brings about change. So if you keep, and it's the ones that's, well, no, ma'am, I wasn't, or yes, sir, I wasn't. So fuck all that. Why are you giving them the respect of a title when they are trying to remind you that you are beneath them?
Yep.
And those are the ones that I have the problem with. And that mentality has to change. Because here's the thing. If you say the N word to my kids if you want to. And now the new thing is to gaslight us. Oh, why would you? That just shows how weak you are over a word. No, it's not just a word. Because I have to remind you that you would not exist if it was not for us. Show some fucking gratitude. So if I gotta beat that into you, then so be it. If I got a pistol whip it into you, then so be it. You chose today's lesson. Okay. I didn't come to you. You came to me for this lesson. But
There
we
you
need
go.
to break this mentality. We need to stop this yes man, no man, trying to be respectful and I'm gonna be the bigger person, and because I'm black, fuck all that. If you
Nah.
come into my space looking for smoke, bitch, I'm gonna douse you with kerosene and light you the fuck up.
Oh
And then
That's
you're
God.
gonna
it.
get all the smoke. We need to stop this shucking and jiving and tap dancing, and just period. Just stop it.
Hey, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna come right back, and we're gonna continue this conversation.
Okay.